what would you, back to the women thing, what would you tell as far as public adjusters is concerned? What would you tell, what would you say for women to like, how would you get started into this industry? What would you advise them to sort of, maybe to prepare themselves, or just how about this? I'd rather pose a question. What do you think are the benefits of being a public adjuster and being in this industry? We could pose that to Yuli.
I mean, my first advice would be just not to be afraid. Like, don't be afraid to try anything that you want to do. You know, if that be public adjusting, then don't be afraid. Try it, do it. You don't know if you're good at it until you try it. And if you have good mentors, like, you know, we're talking about the mentors, if you have a good support system, then you're going to succeed. You know, if it's for you, if you like it, if you try it. I think that, you know, the biggest thing with doing anything is overcoming fear. I think that's the most important thing.
I'm going to get back to that question, but you made me think of a better question. Yuli, you first. How in the hell did you become a public adjuster? And why did you want to become a public adjuster?
So,
what's your story?
Yeah, my story is, and I think I touched on it a little bit earlier. So I studied public administration. I thought I wanted to be a public servant. I worked for a municipality for 5 years, and I went to work for the state of Florida for about a year before I got into this industry. And it was just completely random. I didn't know what a public adjuster was. I was still in college, and I got a call from an ex-coworker of mine who had gone to work with his cousin, who was a public adjuster, and told me they were hiring, and he thought it was a great fit. And I was like, I don't know. It was just an opportunity. I wasn't even looking for it. It kind of just, you know, came to me. And that's how I got introduced into the public adjusting world. And then slowly, you know, 12 years later in that company, I learned, you know, every aspect of the company, every part of, you know, the business, the claim process, and, you know, appraisal and all of that. And so being in the industry, or being, you know, and then people would ask me, like, what do you do? Oh, I work for what's a public adjuster? And I just kind of found myself constantly explaining what I did, or what the company I work for did, what a public adjuster was. And so a couple of times I considered becoming a public adjuster. I graduated, you know, got my degree in public administration, decided I didn't want to go back into that, you know, field. I'm sure that happens often. And then, so a few years ago, I met Edgar, who's the president of Monarch Claims, and he kept telling me, you know, even a few years before I joined Monarch, you know, could become a public adjuster. And I had so many family and friends that I would refer to the company I work with, because, you know, if you know somebody who works somewhere, you need their services, why would you call anybody else? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
My internet said it was a little unstable, so I'll make sure you don't lose me. So throughout those years, I just unknowingly created this huge network of people that would just keep referring clients to me, that I would refer to the company, and they kept referring to me. And so when I finally decided, you know, to do this and come over with Monarch and Public Adjuster, those people kept calling me, you know, and that's how I didn't even know I had created this huge, you know, database of clients. And I honestly, I don't advertise. I don't personally, you know, I don't constantly look for new clients. It's all based on referrals of all the people for the last 14 years that have known what I do, the industry that I'm in, that keep calling me, that refer their family, their friends. And that's how I got into the public adjusting world. That pure coincidence.
I tell everybody all the time, like, I can teach you everything there is about claims. I can teach you how to properly take photos, how to put together an estimate, how to sketch a house, how to scope a loss, how to follow up with the insurance company, how to gather documentation, how to do all this stuff. But you're not doing any of that stuff if you don't have claims.